My Gavan and Melanine, and well met indeed. I am Arakir Galadirthan, the head of the Submod Divide and Conquer, and welcome back to Divide and Conquer as we continue on as the Dwarves of Khazad-dûm. Khazad-dûm! It is once again Saturday morning. I am up and I'm recording and prepared. Let's double check what we're up to.
Be of service.
He's in Rona Linden, not getting us map information because we have nothing to give. And where should we send him? Where should we send you, diplomat man? Because they're not going to give us anything. Do you have trade rights with them? Take me to Linden. Linden. There we are. Trade rights. Alright, well, you've done all you can do, really. Why don't you head up to Angmar, see if we can get some map information. They might be more keen to cough up.
His journey is over, sire.
And we're attacking, of course, the Dunland major city. Oh, indeed, their capital, Dunlarak, where we find their leader, Chieftain Yagthak the Bloody. Quite a sizable town. We've got some Misty Mountains orcs lingering outside the western gates of Khazad-dûm, but I am not too concerned about them at this time, for they are weak and pathetic. So we'll end the turn. Do I have anything to tell you? No, not really. No, modding wise we're all alright. Knocking along, we're pretty much there. In fact, I think we are. There's a few little bits and bobs I need to double check. We had a little bit of a problem with Dropbox this week, and I think it's entirely my fault, but I just can't figure out how. So we had a little bit of a screw up in Dropbox, but it's been resolved according to our testers, so fingers crossed that it has been resolved. Oh, Poison Sky. By Durin's beard! At our noble king's coronation, a large force of goblin archers descended upon him, with many a poison arrow. Thank Orlais that Tharkoon came to Balin's aid during the attack. For we know our king could have been slain by this. Fortunately, Tharkoon reports that the archer force was only the scouting for army. Durin's Bane. Make haste, we need to send Balin and Tharkoon to Moria immediately. Which Moria? There are two Morias!
Aye, noble son.
I'm going to start losing money again now. We're just making it back now that we'd moved them into that fort. As you can see, my request for Gandalf, it's not going to be in 1.1 or scrape before you even try, because we don't have time for it. But I had asked that if you accept Gandalf's aid, then you don't fight the Balrog at all. You won't get Gandalf added to your army, and the Balrog will pop up as a message that the Balrog was defeated by Gandalf, who came to your aid at the right moment. And the point of that, I know that that seems very anticlimactic, but the point of that is because the Balrog is notoriously bad for crashing the game. And so I wanted people who constantly got crashes with the Balrog, I wanted them to have a way out that didn't require them to auto-resolve or cheat to win the battle or something like that. I wanted a more story-driven way of avoiding the Balrog. And to me, that seemed like the perfect way, because Gandalf wouldn't come and join the Dwarves' army. I mean, that's a big stretch. But obviously, in the Fellowship of the Ring, he kills the Balrog, so it's kind of the closest that we can get. So it would that would be how it would go down. Gandalf would not really join you, and the Balrog just would never attack you. So you'd get attacked by that army that tried to attack Balin. But then the next few messages would just be that Gandalf has driven off the Balrog, we're saved, la-di-da, everything's good and happy, let's fight our way to victory. So, but that won't be in 1.1, because it's a bit of a major scripting chest and needs to be tested. And good lord, look how many berserkers they've got in that army. They're really going for the armor piercing, aren't they? The buggers. Effective against armor with a 9 attack already. These things are going to be a trouble. But fortunately, we have very few dwarves in our army, actually. We've got 2 units of Fort, a unit of Dunland, a unit of Anduin, a unit of Bree, another unit of Bree. And then the dwarves that we do have aren't even armoured, so it doesn't even matter. But it's going to be a challenge. I'm just going to put that out there. This is actually going to be a challenge. Baruk Khazâd, Captain Catan and Chieftain Yagthak. Yagthak's coming from directly in front, Catan's coming from the right. We'll be facing Catan, so Yagthak will be coming from our back left. So we'll need to turn a full 90 degrees to the left and then walk backwards. So turn a full 90 degrees to the left, face that top corner and walk backwards. And what we find ourselves over here? Yeah, look, there's a bit of a hill here. We'll go there. So everyone just kind of stand here for now. No, don't stand like that. Stand like that.
The enemy have brought up
There we
more
are.
men. They hope to make up in numbers what they lack in courage.
Pause the game. You're archers. You're archers. You're the only two that we've got. Oh dear. Bugger. Engineers, you form our front line. Volunteers. Now, Chieftain Yagthak's army we're not too concerned with. It's the berserkers of Captain Catan that we're in problems with. Speaking of Catan, that's a cracking board game. If you are into board games and you haven't played it yet, I heartily suggest that you do. This is a great one. Even if I'm not very good at it. But it's alright, because the people that I played it with on a regular basis don't really watch my videos, so... I could bitch and moan about them as much as I wanted, and they wouldn't know, what? Line yourselves up. Prepare. Oh, I've made them run. Don't want them running. Walk back. Here we go. Zoom in. Our army assembles. Slowly, apparently. But there's no need to run, because there's just no need to run. That's an interesting thing that the later versions of Total War brought in, actually. In Attila and in Shogun 2, and I can't remember if Rome 2 or not, but definitely in Shogun and Attila, the default movement speed is running, and you have to actually tell them to walk. And that just seems very baffling to me, because running kills your energy levels really quickly, and walking doesn't. So why would the default be running? I don't understand why they decided on that change. Were people too stupid to know how to make their units run or not? I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand the need for it. Unless they're trying to say that, like, in medieval times everyone wore a bit heavier armor, so they walked as default and you had to actively coerce them to run. And maybe the Japanese were just far keener to run, they're more energetic and athletic. And perhaps the barbarians of Attila's time were equally easier to run because they didn't wear as much heavy armor as they did in the medieval period. Sorry, I had to itch my ear to move the headset. But either way, I just think from a gameplay point of view, I'd much prefer all my units to immediately walk than have to go through all my units and tell them to stop running when you're just setting up at the beginning. I'm disappointed by that. Anyway, let's top it to times 6. Sorry, I just realised that they're going to wait till their reinforcements come and then they're going to walk towards us. So we've got a little bit of time. This is Zenith Guard. Oh, look, they're miles away. That's good though, because then the battle timer will be in our favour. What does Chieftain Yagthak have? Let's move forward fast. He's got that unit. Warriors, they're no longer warriors of Dunland actually. Oh, is it then that were changed to the Saraline unit? I can't remember. There he is, with his Guardians of Dunland. Very similar to the Guardians of Enedwaith that you get when you play as Enedwaith and you unite all of Enedwaith. Say Enedwaith more, Enedwaith. But the Guardians of Dunland don't have a javelin and have far more defensive. They're obviously a large shield and they have far better armor. But the Guardians of Enedwaith have javelins. Javelins of Enedwaith. But the Dunlandings don't. And that's the major difference. Now, it may appear that the enemy is actually moving away from me, but they're not. They're just forming up their army, and then as soon as it is formed up, I don't know why they're taking so bloody long about it. They are actually actively walking away from me. But the battle AI has been fixed in this version of the game, so they will attack me. I don't know why they're walking away at present, though, because they're sending in Yagthak on his own, and he's going to be fighting us for some time before his backup army even bothers to walk our way. Oh, look, and then they've stopped. And then now they're coming. What of those? Nothing. Yagthak's going to be a challenge, actually, because that is a strong unit, a very strong unit. The first, really, other than the kind of niche role that the Dunlending Berserker does play, that's the first real Dunlending unit that could probably threaten us, especially at this early tier level that we are, where our units, unfortunately, are not really very ready to take on a unit of that strength. So what we're going to need to do is send our general over, because he's the only one really who has a chance of killing the Guardians of Dunland. what we're going to do is use the full might, of the full force of our army to surround and kill Yagthak before those reinforcements arrive, because they've stupidly taken the decision to bugger off. Stand strong, my bearded friends. Get yourselves in there, lads. So why are you fighting? Oh, because you're in a stupid, long, thin line, aren't you? Idiots. I didn't tell you to go into a long, thin line. Now, those berserkers are going to cause merry hell with our units. Oh, look, we're practically even on our deaths at the moment. The enemy army is coming. Cavalry! Head them off. Why are you not standing in the line I told you to stand in either? You move forward, you're going to be needed. Archers, bring yourselves forward. We must cut them down before they reach us, for we have no other hope of victory here. We've just got a rally horn.
The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
See, what we do have in our favour with the berserkers is, whilst they are very aggressive, they have little to no armour. Oh look, and the enemy stopped. Who are you? Javelin men. Yeah, charge them. Ah, some of their army has gone invisible. Charge them. Charge them. Cavalry will be very, 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 very powerful against the berserkers of Dunland. We use that to our advantage. Also, Yagthak seems to be going down. His numbers are down to 92. Oh, 87-ish. Dunlending warriors are going down. And the berserkers have been readily destroyed, but they've taken a lot of us with them. We have paid almost 1 for 1 at this stage. There we go. Good solid charge from our cavalry into those 3 locations. Now pull yourselves out. Or don't. Ignore that request. This game shows its age. Ah, look, they've decided to turn and attack someone else. Do as I bloody tell you, and stop doing your own bloody thing. Right, you hit those horsemen, cut them off. Don't let them get to the unit that's actually going to do some damage out here. They're rushing to Yagthak's aid, but he's down to 40 men. Ah, and those berserkers are pretty much dead. There's 2 left. 3 left. Ah, balls. Ah, bugger me. They're coming in from everywhere. Our general's about to be surrounded. That's why we must hit them, support him. That cavalry unit that's coming in on those doesn't really matter. Right, change focus. You gentlemen just hold. I was playing Attila and they fired point blank with the heavy shot option into a unit about as far away as those berserkers were just then.
The enemy general lies
death
dead.
toll was catastrophic.
Let the crows have his miserable bones, and let our swords have his men.
Charge those. 72 of you. Come out and hit those huntsmen. No. The huntsmen will keep skirmishing away. Let them do it. I want you to come over here. You're going to be flanking someone in a moment. We've got a major problem here that we need to deal with because our general's in the middle of all that. Oh, and I left you on defense. Idiot. Turn everyone off defense. Just run through. Just ignore. Just ignore. Oh look, lots of them are running away. Is it Yagthak that went down? No, it's only Captain Catan. Ah, look, the berserkers are all breaking. Oh, catastrophe strikes amongst the Dunlending ranks
Only
there.
half the enemy force remains.
Yeah, it does.
The
Dear, dear.
enemy army flees the field. After them, cut the cowards down.
Yes, Yagdak's gone down. "12 Zenith Guard survive. Apparently only the farmhand pikemen are still going. Some clan axemen there who haven't run away yet. Let's see how they enjoy a cavalry charge. You might as well all get involved, to be honest. Archers against pikemen isn't really ideal. Oh, you've run out of arrows, you damn buggers. Everyone over here, attack these pikemen, please. Just run away, just run away. And they've got the clan axemen routing.
Look how our cowardly
Continue.
foe runs. It is time to press the attack.
Don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move. Stop it down to just the cavalry. How many have we captured? 91%. Who's still here? Someone over there. Move forward fast. Oh, no one really to bother with. Nothing major, nothing... I can't even see them. Oh, there they are. Nah, we'll let them go.
The enemy are
Heroic
utterly
victory!
vanquished. This is a great victory, worthy of only the mightiest of generals.
Damn right it is. You're damn bloody right it is. KD7 is what it is. Now, this week, actually, let's just find out who got the most kills. Golden Axe, 156. Fort Archers. But the best melee was Dwarven Volunteers, which are the equivalent of the King's Warriors. It used to be called Dwarven Warriors of Erebor and the Iron Hills. Now, a question that someone sent me a message on YouTube. I'll probably reply, but they asked, how do I get the Iron Hills unit look? And just play as Erebor and upgrade your units. And if you don't like the look of that unit, then it's not in the game. So go and annoy yourself somewhere else. But I don't understand the difference. I don't get it. People always say, oh, that's not the look of the Iron Hills, that's the look of Erebor, or something to that effect. And I don't understand what the difference is. Are the Erebor units just ones that appear at the very, very beginning when Smaug attacks Erebor? Because the bulk of the dwarves that you see in The Hobbit are the ones that arrive with King Dane. I don't understand where the other unit look comes from. But either way, if you play as Erebor and you upgrade your units, and then you play as Khazad-dûm and you upgrade your units, and one of those two looks are not the ones that you're after, then it's not in the game. So that's how it is. I get asked it so much. It's becoming actually quite a routine question, and I don't get it. Just upgrade the units. People can't have looked very hard if they've tried to look for these dwarven unit looks, and they haven't even bothered trying to upgrade the dwarves to find them. I just don't... boggles my mind. And I apologise, but I don't apologise because I don't care. This YouTube platform has given me a way to tell you all of the stupidity of many of your fellow brothers and sisters who play DaC. And I enjoy telling you the kind of questions that they ask me. And in some respect, and to a large degree, moaning about that. Because I've never had an opportunity to moan about that. Because yes, I speak with Ngugi, the head of DCI. I speak with Hummingbird a lot. But they're modders. They understand the problem. We already know what we're talking about before we even have to start talking about it. But a lot of you will be totally unaware of the daily strife and trouble that we have to go through. And so if you don't particularly enjoy me moaning about other people that ask the same repetitive questions and that kind of thing, then I apologise. But this is where our roads will diverge. That's the best I've got. Equally, a lot of people this week have asked me... Oh, we just made a load of money, actually. Hold on, everyone. Mid-sentence. Because we're building that, aren't we? We're building the mines. Wrong button, that one. There we are. 6960. And we're going to make 65. Oh, so 2 turns. So we'll hold off on building. Or will we? Because some of these things aren't useful to us. That means nothing to us. And, well, a port does increase trade, actually, so we don't want to destroy that just yet. We don't get anything out of that, save for its building income. Oh, it can't be destroyed anyway, that's annoying. Ah, the Warriors Hut, that's a guild. We don't get anything out of that. We do get a ballista. So there we are, we've just made a bit more money, meaning that we can build that brewery. And we will hold the army here, so just nip out and build a tower while you can. Oh, hello.
We'll use the cover to ambush.
Now we've just made less money again, but it doesn't matter. Right. But so what I was saying is people have been asking for me to do longer episodes, and as I've said right from the beginning, like I do the episodes for a happy medium length, whereby I still have the drive to do them, and I still have the time to do them. I don't have enough time to do. I know it may sound crazy because it's only like 15 or 20 minutes more here or there, but I don't have 15 or 20 minutes more here or there when I get home from work and then I begin things in the evening. The only evening in the entire week that I am technically completely free and alone is a Monday. And on a Tuesday I have things, on a Wednesday I don't even record because I'm too busy, on a Thursday I often have things, and on a Friday I tend to have things to do if I don't play games with the group. So I don't really have enough time throughout the week. And that obviously at the weekends, yes, you've got a little bit more time, but at the weekends you kind of want to do your own thing, and it eats into it a bit. As I've said many, many times, and I will say again, it is just a hobby, and so I'll do it at the speed and time that I wish to do it. And if you do get an hour-long episode, then consider it a special. Consider it a gift. A gift! Why not use this ring? We'll end the turn again. We'll take advantage of the fact that the turn times have sped back up. That was another question I've been asked many times. How do I speed up my turn times? Because mine take sometimes more of a minute. Well, the rest of you are in a wonderful position in that you can just reinstall it. The turn times seem to be very, very random. I have no idea what will suddenly stop them and suddenly speed them up. But for me personally, the builds are all linked together. So I have two versions of DaC on my computer. One that I use for YouTube and one that I use for modding. And when I make changes to the one that I use for modding, it often slows down the turn times of the one I use for YouTube. And that is a baffling notion, but a true notion. And so the only way that they then speed back up again is when I then again make changes to the YouTube one, and then they will again speed back up. And I don't understand it. Not for the life of me can I work out why this is. Oh, everybody just stop talking. Take a moment. The Vale of Anduin has been completely destroyed. Utterly and assuredly destroyed. Oh, we're going to have to take the 60th turn. Yeah, that'll be alright. That's a milestone. How the bloody heathen hell has that happened? Oh, look, the Misty Mountains have just taken everything. So the Misty Mountains must have taken Framsburg, and then Erebor took Framsburg back, but then they've just pressed and taken everything else out. Dwinberg was taken by Dol Guldur, and Sellerberg's just been taken. Ah, that'll be why, because Leotholt's gone rebel. So the entire family tree of Anduin has just been killed off. But they only had Fenberg and Leotholt left anyway. Oh dear. In the south here, Rohan has lost Onodrith to Dol Guldur, but Gondor is holding west of the river. Khand holding in Ostithil, and Mordor now putting on the pressure, as we kind of always hope that goes down. Dol Amroth holding Harad at the Straits. Isengard kept rather in check, really, not being able to do too much, which is odd given the fact that Rohan have lost an entire province in the east. And Dol Guldur's full force must now be turning towards the elves. Yeah, no, there it is. The elves and possibly Dorwinion, which is only going to hasten Dorwinion's destruction and decline. But so far they've held all of their beginning provinces, actually. They've not lost any ground yet. Possibly aided by the fact that Dale are pursuing an aggressive tact in the north as well, which is freeing up Erebor now to reclaim that which the Anduin has just lost. They're already moving on Gundabad. The new Gundabad looks like one mountain there, one mountain here, and then a gate in between them. That's what the new model looks like. Over this side, Angmar are holding, but the Northern Dunedain haven't really lost any ground, which never bodes well, and the Dwarves of Ered Luin have pushed all the way to Ruskia Vane, so they'll be knocking on the door shortly. Oh look, there's Overlord Agendar the Merciless knocking around. Dunland will cheat and look, have Dunyard, Byrig, the two Tharbads. Oh, that's as to be expected. But now that they've lost their capital and their king, I expect Bree will probably mop up a lot of that north of the river. Depends if Ennard Wythe and Dunland are at war, but I don't think they are. No, they're not, because we're still in this version where Ennard Wythe don't do anything. Whereas in 1.1 now, the version... I'm now playing like a weird, not truly 1.1. I'm now behind where the Dropbox build is, but I'm still ahead of all of you. And that's how it will remain, I'm afraid. So, although if all of these campaigns close at around the same time, I'll then update the build, and then the next campaigns will begin on the newer version, which is obviously ideal, because you want to have all the newest things. But I won't do that until they've ended, because it just royally screws up the saves, and the chance of them crashing is increased exponentially if you just do even the slightest bit of modding. But our real concern now is that the Balrog has arrived. And the reason this is a massive concern is because he will almost certainly crash our game. I have had almost no luck with the Ents and the Spiders, and I've not played with Sauron on this version actually, but I can't imagine the Balrog's going to not crash the game, so we could be in a bit of trouble, really. And also what I should have done is not put Baal in there. I don't know, I didn't think of that. Because if we do lose the eastern side of Khazad-dûm, we don't want to lose Balin in that process. We're going to really need troops back up there, though. But oh, look, Dundarak makes loads of money. I bet that's because of its port. Anyway, all we can do is end the turn, and God help us. We don't even have a very good army in eastern Khazad-dûm. Don't have anything armor-piercing, which is the best way of dealing with the Balrog. We're in trouble, is the point I'm making. There's a very real possibility we're going to lose our eastern city, which I think is the capital of the two.
The enemy has surrounded us. We're besieged.
Oh, no, and they're besieged in the west as well, my God.
Set a constant watch. The enemy lays siege.
No, they didn't attack yet. Also, who is our second in command? Because there's a very real chance that we could be fully 100% defeated. Does it let me go away? No, it doesn't, does it? Oh, God, here we go. As I say, prepare yourselves. Prepare yourselves. We're probably going to be back here and auto-resolving. Oh, look, and the Balrog's got 15 units. Oh, dear, this is not going to end well. Now, we might actually win if we auto-resolve, because the dwarves are really good in auto-resolve. Well, we at least want to try, don't we? We at least want to try. The Balrog. I'll call the episode The Balrog, and if it crashes, I'll call the episode A Damp Squib. After the Balrog. The Balrog, colon, A Damp Squib. No, of course, but this is the first time I think we're fighting on that side of the bridge. Oh, which is a bloody nightmare with the camera. And we've only got one archer unit. Christ alive. The day grows cloudy and bleak for the dwarves. Oh dear, we're out. Oh, what's happening? There we are. Right, I want everybody near to the bottom because you're all going to be moving into position. So just get down there for now. Now, you have to come, I think, on this side, which is why it's a nightmare, to actually place units on this side. Or do you have to come from this side? I can't remember. We'll find out in a minute because they won't be able to put any. We won't be able to move anything just yet. But you four go into shield wall and come down here. Ah, look, perfect. Stand as close to that as you can. Behind them, another unit of you, shield wall. The Balrog counts as an... Ah, hold on. The Balrog counts as an elephant, which means, unlike the trolls, pike units are actually effective. That's the best thing we've got. That's the best we can hope for here. And put our units up behind. I can't imagine that we'll win this. I actually actively want this to crash because I'm really concerned that we're going to lose. Really concerned. And then the Balrog will go on being a general for them. Holy balls, they're through already. Oh, crap on a stick. How have they done that? Oh, where's the gate? There's no gate on this side, is there? Oh, fiddle-dee-dee. Oh, look how fast they are. Oh, come off it. Turn me around. Oh, you're miles away. Oh, well, we've lost. Well, at least the Balrog didn't crash again. Well, I'm remarkably disappointed.
Men
I
are
forgot that
winning
there's
the
no
battle.
gate.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Completely forgot that there's no gate. No, I don't really like that Baruk model either. He looks like he's got some real problems. When he walks, he looks like he's having a really bad day. This is the best we've got. We've lost 5% already.
My lord, the tide of battle seems to have turned against us. We must act and halt this turn of events.
Why are
Pray
you
something
firing like that?
changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
Just shoot straight through. Oh, we've lost all advantages that we'd hoped for. Oh, because they're bloody Mars. Oh dear, dear. This has been just an absolute nightmare. Absolute shambles. I totally and utterly ruined all of this just because I forgot that there's no gate. Where are the trolls as well? They haven't even joined in yet. Where is Gandalf? Does he actually look like Gandalf? Which one is it? Delete? No, not delete. Which one is it? Insert maybe? No, that just makes you view something. Home takes you to your overall general. Well, at least the Balrog seem to have stopped attacking. Oh no, expect to see. Push them back at the bottom. We must regain something out of this.
The enemy general lies dead.
The Balrog died! One of the Balrogs died!
Miserable bones, and let our swords have his men.
Press. Press. Oh wait, it's all just suddenly turned. Come out of that, just attack. All of you to go that way, except for you to come here and the pikemen to come up here. The archers, can you attack something for me, please? Slow buggers. Oh, why are you firing like that? Stop being such tools. Just shoot out. Fortunately, they haven't sent any of their strongest non-Balrog units across the bridge, really. Well, let me just rephrase that. The trolls haven't arrived yet, and here they come. And there's Black Uruks of the mountains. A massive part of their army was still standing outside. Ah, so just when we thought it was going better. Dwarves, you come down the bottom as well. Only the pikemen go for the Balrogs. Let the Balrogs kill the archers. The archers are apparently going to be useless to us here. Should we have a look at the Balrog stats? Oh, I've just made someone run. The Balrog. 4 soldiers. Experience is 8. Attack is 48. Charge is 22. They have 15 hit points and a defense of 45. Outrageously good. Bonus against everything. They don't fight very well in forest or snow, though, which is quite interesting. And their armor class is average. No, it isn't. Their armor class is better than anything else. That hasn't been edited. Now, I suppose this is a prime opportunity to tell you that it is almost impossible to have just one of them because of the game engine. The game engine does not support a single individual. And no matter if there's a mod that you think has cracked it, I bet a penny to a pound that there'll be someone who plays that mod who reports that they have more than one Sauron or more than one Balrog. And so far, no one has found a fix to getting just one. So it's just a game mechanic you've got to endure, I'm afraid. And the longer the Baruk stays alive, the more likely he is to accrue more men in his battalion. But look how dweeby he looks when he's standing still. It just looks... When he attacks, it goes a bit better because he has a human attack animation. But when he's not attacking, he just looks totally dweebish. When they die as well, they just fall over. Oh, look, there's their dead animation. They do actually retain it. Right, the trolls are now doing a right number on us. I can't Orn Habab anymore. I can Flame of Anor, though. That means Flame of the Sun, if you're interested. Those two have got those up there. What's the situation? Oh, it's still about 1 for 1. Oh, the troll's just gone down. Well done. Keep fighting down here, men. Keep fighting. Don't forget that Balin is one of the best units in the game. Another troll's gone down. Gandalf just has Zenith Guard, though, doesn't he?
We have lost half our men.
Yeah, but so have they. So have they. Balrog is killing... Oh, the trolls are pushing for the square. Oh, why are you behaving like such idiots? Keep pressing on them, men.
Only half the enemy force remains.
See, look, we surround them totally down there, actually. I didn't realise until just then. And no wonder the trolls might be pushing out. No, they're moving to support. They're going to shred everything up there now the trolls are there, because trolls are just infantry. Only armor-piercing units have a bonus against trolls. Although we've killed... They're only down to 4 trolls. But they are just pushing for the square, aren't they? Ugh, sod off. You men keep attacking the Balrog. I'm going to have to send someone back to the square because the AI is just a downright annoyance.
Ah, my lord. Our enemy has command of the city.
Hold on, they're turning around.
Our foe has lost control of the city.
Keep the fire on the marchers. You're the best we've got now. Start running up the hill there, actually, because they are going to go for it, aren't they? Oh, we're down to only 1 Balrog. Down at the gate. Ah, we're winning down there. We're winning down there. Oh yeah, look. Enemy 75, allies only about 50% now.
Our foe has lost control of the city.
Ah, and the trolls don't know what they're doing. No, and then they're going to kill those archers. The Balrog died. 5 men survived. We finally killed him. The chances, well, we've just learned a valuable lesson.
In the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
The dwarves are unbelievably good. Or, probably more to the point, Balin is really quite good. I'll be very interested to see the stats after the end of this. Also, I could do with Gandalf dying. I don't know if he goes on his own, but I don't really want him in our army. Oh, jog on. Oh, where's the other units? There we are. You're fighting against the trolls. Where's the 5 of you? Oh, they're involved, but they're not really doing anything. They don't get a bonus against trolls, as much as your common sense and everything inside of you is telling you that a pike is a bonus against a troll. They don't get any bonus. Not one. This is just a large infantry unit. You just have to get that through your head, I'm afraid. Well, the good news is that the Balrog did not crash our game, so it is entirely dependent on your computer's ability to handle the game, full stop. All manner of things like that. But then, for example, as I say, I have a really bad time. I cannot play battles with the Ents. The Ents almost always crash my computer. So the fact that the Balrog worked is an interesting one. We've definitely won down by the gate because Balin, as I say, is a boss, and there's no way his retinue bodyguard will lose down there. Oh, why'd you take so long?
Battle goes our way. Our army is tiring.
That's the problem. They can't knock their arrows whilst they're turning around to face the enemy. That's why it looks like we've got less than we have, because there's an odd terrain glitch here where the level of the ground actually goes just below where the ground really is. So the green, what do they call those that go underneath them? I can't remember. They've got a name, haven't they? But I can't remember what it is. Anyway, that's just below the level of the ground, as you can see by these gentlemen who are actually swimming in the ground, because there appears to be quite a severe drop-off there. It doesn't actually slope up like you might expect it would, which is why people have problems crossing the bridge, I've just realised. Because you click here, you'll click to go here, for example, and up here is counted as like a different area, which is why you've got to come from behind it to be able to deploy up here. But we are going to win, there's no doubt about it. They've only got 7% of their army left. And we've still got almost all of London. We've lost almost everything to pay for that, though. Oh, there's only one troll left as well. Let's speed it up. Oh, the archers are actually doing it. Well done, men. Well bloody done. Hard-won victory. So the Balrog can remain as the name of this episode. That's good. They'll break soon, surely. There's only 3% of their entire army left. Oh, we're even pushing them out across the bridge now. Look how many flags fly on the bridge of Khazad-dûm. You might as well stop killing, because you're probably just killing us.
Look how
it's over! It's over! Yes! High Lord Balin, you legend. You lost a lot of people. Just shy of 1,000. And they lost almost everyone. And the maximum kills go to... As expected, no, look, Dwarven Defender's got 283, but Balin was close behind, only 4 kills behind. Zenith Guard on 248. That Zenith Guard didn't really play a part. 114, that's this guy, I think. I think they go in order of the pictures. That's not very good. Dwarven Volunteers 215. Lots of units played no real part whatsoever. We've done it. Let's hope that it doesn't crash as it goes to the campaign map. Always a risk there as well. How long is this one for you all? Ah, 41 minutes, there you go. It's because it's Saturday morning. Speaking of, I'm going to make, because as I say, I'm going to drop Sunday off as a day. I'm going to stop Sunday being a day that has a video, but I'm actually going to do it the other way around. I'm going to make Saturday a day that doesn't have a video, and so I can record a longer video for the Sunday. So at the moment, Thursday is the only day off, but it will then be Thursday and Saturday, because as I say, as I've been saying for some time, I want to go down to 5 videos a week.
An honor, my lord.
Ah, there we go. Durin's Bane destroyee. I need to, the D there. It's done. Durin's Bane is going to be defeated. Our king and warriors fought valiantly against the overwhelming force, but it was the wizard that delivered the final blow to the Balrog. That's not true. Terrible news, however, my lord. Tharkoon has fallen with the beast, and both now lie slain upon the mountainside. We shall never forget the sacrifice of the wizard. Long have we feared this ancient evil, the terror that drove us from the mines. Never again shall we fear the deeps of the mines. You should send diplomats to Erebor, Iron Hills, and Thorin's Halls to spread the word. The more settlements we conquer, the higher chance we will receive help from the other dwarven lands. But we have spread the word. All we know of the great victory of the dwarves of Khazad-dûm. Now, so that gives me a chance to talk about the spread the word. Obviously, I implemented an added feature to the spreading of the word, whereby when you've spread the word to that region, you get some units from that region to train in a building called the Hall of the Seven. However, because we couldn't get that trigger to work for some unknown reason, and we might try for a future version, at the moment, and in all of your games when you come to play them, the Hall of the Seven just becomes available when you reach the Barracks event. So as soon as you hit the Barracks event, you can build the Hall of the Seven, and you'll get units from everywhere, which is actually perfect timing, because you kill the Balrog at turn 61 or so, and then the Barracks event kicks in at turn 64. So, unless, of course, you actually lose, but then if you lose, then you'll likely take it back a few turns later, or it wouldn't matter anyway, because you've lost half of Khazad-dûm. So it works out quite nicely at the moment, but the spread the word script itself still has a feature that does work, in that you will actually receive some units from that nation, and they'll send population to your towns as well. They will send population to your towns as well. Now, also, before we finish, the last thing I want to cover is I've had 2 comments of people saying, why do you keep your towns on low tax rate? The difference in population is negligible. Just go to very high tax rate and get the money from that. But you, sirs, do not understand how absolutely gold rich, how deep the pockets are, shall we say, of the population when they grow. So, for example, Khazad-dûm at the moment has 5,000 people. It's not going to grow. It will never become a bigger city than it is. You should all know that. Every custom settlement is the level that it will remain. They will never grow. So, you might think low tax rate is not actually doing anything. But, for example, if we jump up to very high, the difference is only what, 400, just shy of 400, 385 I want to say, the difference between those. No, 25 on that is 300, then 300, 360, 25, 85. Yeah, I was right. The difference is 385 gold, and it will no longer grow. So I can have 385 extra gold right now, and then never get any more money from Khazad-dûm whatsoever. Or I can go for 300 gold less and add to the population 1.5% of it every single turn. Now what we will do is, I'll make a little note of this actually, I'm going to write review, just so that you'll get a little look. In 10 turns, at turn 71, we'll come back and have a look at how much money it's then making. But what you have to appreciate is that the income is also dependent on trade affected buildings. We're going to get obviously a vast increase in income because of the mithril mines in a few turns anyway. But population, you should always try and increase the population whenever you can, because every additional person pays more money. And so to think that you're getting more money because you put everything on very high tax rate, you might get more in that very turn that you choose very high tax rate, but you'll get no more money from your population and it will stagnate. Now, of course, there are times when you want it to stagnate because a higher population does increase squalor, and that it has a negative effect. So the town might start to dislike you the larger it gets if it doesn't have the correct facilities. For example, a village with like 10,000 people will absolutely hate you. But a large city or a huge city with 10,000 people, it can more than accommodate that. So you've got to play around with that. But there really is a reason why you should always keep them on low tax rate. You should always keep growing, because that means that in the future there is more money to get. The maximum that I've ever seen a town have, I think, is around 18,000 people. And that is more than possible for all of you. There's no real cap, so do it. Now, also, the final thing is this video has actually, of course... I've not yet decided. No. This video will go up today on Saturday, so it's going to be late. And then there'll be a stainless steel tomorrow, I expect. But from next week then... no, from when I do that final Heroes video, whenever I can manage to do that. But... next week the stainless steel video will be on the Sunday, and if I do that Heroes video it will be on the Saturday, and then that will be the standard pattern. So stainless steel will change from the Saturday to the Sunday. It will go up on the Sunday. Saturday will eventually become a day that doesn't have a video, but hopefully next week it will be that Heroes video. But that will be all for today. So thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. I hope you enjoyed the longer one. I hope you enjoyed the battle with the Baruk. And do stay tuned for 1.1, because now it really is just around the corner. But of course, if you ask for the date of when it will be released, the answer is 8. Until we speak again, dear friends, Navar and Den Pedimad Melunin, and farewell.